Hi dear Cancer, and welcome to your October 2021 reading. This is a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars. I will talk about the general energies for this month. In the beginning of the reading, I will talk about love, relationship and relationship dynamics. In the second part of the reading, by the very end of the reading, I will also pull some charms. That's exclusive for the English speaking viewers and the English readings, because I do these readings also in German, not only in English, on my German speaking channel. So check that out if you are interested, and you find all the information concerning that and all the other good stuff in the description box below. Please subscribe, like, comment. Wow, the Mercury retrograde makes it hard to talk so fast, but yeah, please subscribe, like, comment and show the support if you like this channel, because as you know, there are so many tarot readers, great tarot readers out there, and it really helps if you click the subscribe button. So let's get started here with your general energies. It's a really nice reading because the overall energy on the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. So we do have love. That is an overall energy here for you, and it is about love in all aspects of your life. It is about the love that you feel for your family, for your friends, for the people you're on the same wavelength with, maybe just like the postman, you know. It can really be that general feeling of being open, of feeling emotionally secure, to open up, to be kind and respectful towards each other, and to also resonate with people on an emotional level. Of course, this can talk about soulmates, partnerships and love coming in for you. In this specific case, I will talk about love and relationship in a second. I think it's a little bit more about people that are already in your life, because we have the Mercury retrograde here. So this month in general is a big month. My right hand is very itchy, so it might be a month for you to do a lot of things, to be active in doing things and making things happen. Maybe also you work with your hands, you want to do something with your hands, something creative. And it is a month where things might start moving again, especially because Saturn is moving direct and Jupiter is moving direct. So that's two big planets moving direct that will give us better results when we come out of a problem-solving situation where thoughts turn into action. That's the Saturn moving direct in Aquarius, and then we have Jupiter moving direct that can make us feel like our luck returns a little bit. So that's nice. That's a general energy for all signs. So also if you're a cross watcher, that's something that's happening for all of us. In the beginning of the month, you have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and we do still have a Mercury retrograde. So that can maybe be something that is giving you a little harder time, especially because it's squaring you also when it comes to seeing things clearly or communicating things clearly in your environment. Maybe you don't see all the details. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, we might get a little impatient with communication. We might get or we might have a hard time getting our point across, or getting to the point, or seeing the details of things in its specifics. So when the Knight of Swords is in reverse, we have a lot of mental energy, but we might not see the full picture or have the full clarity of a situation, or it might be hard to exchange communication in a very clear way or get straight to the point. So that's okay, you know, that's part of the whole retrograde energy, to figure out how can we still move forward, or how can we work with this when communication gets a little distorted, I want to say. By the middle of the month, we have an Eight of Swords, and I think there is a big moment for you of, I want to say, realization that you can step out of a certain way or pattern of thinking. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, I think you're freeing yourself from a mind construct that is not helpful for you, or that feels like it's blinding you to see certain truths or certain details, and to see all the facts. And that's very nice. I think that's a very freeing energy by the end, by the middle of the month. This freeing yourself of some sorts, and I think it's a big deal because we have this 9th house and Pluto asteroids. They were coming out on this card, and I think this is something that is really happening on a deeper transformative level when it comes to your spiritual beliefs, when it comes to your way of thinking. Really, 9th house is philosophy, travel, opening up. I think it's going to open up your mind to whole new concepts of how you want to live. I think love, relationships, and how you want to open up new pathways in your brain. With the Aries, in the beginning of the month, Aries dice, we do have an emphasis on the full moon. So maybe at the full moon on the 20th, you will have more answers about how to initiate something, how to move forward, that were unclear still in the beginning of the month. I think this whole process is going to be pretty intense for you. There is this element of new information, new thinking, new ways of seeing things, and therefore that might maybe get a little bit of an imbalance into your emotional realm by the end of the month. Maybe you're like, oh wow, that was a lot, you know, emotionally I have to kind of recharge, or I feel a little drained with the Queen of Cups in reverse. So there is still this overflowing energy of the Two of Cups, but by the end of the month there is this sense of, okay, maybe this whole intense, it kind of seems like a little bit of a study, you know, it's really, you're studying something intensely, yourself, your brain, your mind, how you communicate. There's a lot of information that's coming to you and that you have to process, and that might get you a little unbalanced emotionally, but I don't see it as a big deal. I don't know, it's not coming through as a big deal, especially because of this Two of Cups and the rest of the energies. So in a relationship situation or dynamic, we have the Six of Pentacles on your side, the Fool on the other side. I don't switch around energies here because I think it gets too confusing. So on your side there is but it also, I mean, what I want to say is it always takes two to tango, you know, there is always a dynamic in play and people are mirroring each other, but I still like to keep it simple and be like, this is your side, this is the other person, or the other energy, or the energies that you're attracting. Six of Pentacles in the reverse talks about a fair way of sharing resources. So there is some sort of imbalance for you. Maybe you feel like you're putting in too much into a situation, or you have a lot of responsibilities where your time, your money has to go, and you're struggling a little bit to give this person enough, or you feel like you're giving to so many people, so you deserve more, something like that. There is some imbalance, and there is some unfair element for you. He's holding the scales here, and I think there is a sense of not being in a position where resources are shared fairly in this connection. And I feel like it really has to do with you having more responsibilities and having to juggle more responsibilities, and having to put your attention, your resources, and your energy into different sort of things. It could be job, it could be family, it could be all kinds of stuff, but I think it has to do with other people. So and therefore you could also feel emotionally a little drained here by the end of the month. This other person, I think they're really willing to reset this thing, to push the reset button and to really imagine and envision a new way of doing things and how to do things, and start getting creative about visualizing. You know, they're really letting their fantasy coming and be like, yes, this could be possible. Yes, it's possible. The Fool is all about like things being possible, things being or being open to all the possibilities, being open to a new vision, being open-hearted, being open-minded, being positive, being also a little bit of a risk taker. Not too much though, because that would be the Fool in reverse when you do foolish things, you know. But this is the right amount of adventurous energy to take a risk, to do something in a different way, in a more creative way, in a more fun way, even maybe in an open-hearted way, and believe that things are possible. Believing is really a big theme here, because the Star card is coming out as well. So it is the card that is mirroring you, or that is connecting you, where you are both really having the hope that things could progress, and with the Star we are also hopeful that we can show ourselves fully authentically, that the other person will be patient with us because we are patient with ourselves, and we understand ourselves on a deeper level. We have a really nice, good connection to ourselves. She's vulnerable, she's naked, but at the same time she is shining in her vulnerability. She doesn't see it as a weakness. She sees it as something that is part of human experience, and that connects her to a deeper level of consciousness as well, here with her foot in the water. And she is really balancing out the real and the emotional very well. She's taking her emotions to water the ground she is kneeling on. So she's also able to use her emotions in a way that they are bringing stability to her, and giving everything back into the unknown that is maybe too much, or that is not yet to be used, if you know what I mean, emotionally. So that's a very positive energy to move forward in a connection, or with your love life in general. And as I said, the only thing really here is how do I balance out resources? How do I feel like I'm not burnt out? Or how do I feel like things are fair when it comes to giving and taking? And how do I feel like I can also see results? Because I feel like there is, from your side especially, there is this energy where you feel like I don't see the results of this. But as I said, this other person or this outside energy is willing. There is people willing to work with you and to step into a new way of doing things. As your art oracle card, we have Vincent van Gogh, and I really like the first sentence already, because especially if this is something from the past that you want to really reach a new level, a new cycle in an already committed relationship, then this is a great confirmation here. He says, if committed, stay committed. And I love that. Because, you know, things come from staying committed to a cause, to a thing, to a project, to work, and to just keep your focus on it, you know, and figure out how to problem solve. And I think this is what you're doing here. Then it says posthumous recognition requires a paper trail. I really think this is about being prolific in what you do. Again, even if you might not see the results just yet, and you might not get the recognition just yet for what you're doing, sooner or later, people will see, you know. And then we have use the daylight to face the night. Well, that is a great one here for our tarot community, because as a lot of you know probably who watch me for a while, I'm not the big how can I say that? I'm not the kind of person who is like all positivity is healthy, because I just don't believe in that. I believe in balance, and I do believe in light and dark as interchanging energies, that the one would not exist without the other. So we do have to go into the dark and do our light work. And light work is going into the dark and bringing light into the dark. So this whole polarity of light and dark and in between shades that are existing, by the way, is more of a concept that I can relate to. So yeah, you gotta have both. You gotta have both. So take what is maybe darker, heavier as a chance and a reminder that there would not be light without the dark. Okay, let's pull some charms. And especially, I mean, the moon is your ruler. You know that. You know that, Cancer. The moon is about the hidden, is about the things that are in the hidden and in the dark, and that we cannot always access, and we don't always have to. So, yeah. The moon is coming out, of course. For this other person, though, the moon is coming out, so they might have really mind expanding realizations through the full moon. Also with Jupiter moving direct, there can be really a change of seasons, a change of cycles for this other person. They might have really a spiritual, high spiritual insight here with this. That's my lucky charm, also my Jupiter and psychedelic mind expanding charm. Then we have the amethyst, that's third eye opening, and the moon. So super spiritual energy here for this other person, a realization maybe where they have been maybe seeing things clearer. We have the evil eye charm on their side, so they are in a more protective energy now about themselves. This evil eye charm always gives me a little bit of a headache, because it also talks about, I mean, the fool can be superstitious. So of course you can be foolish to think that there is evil energies coming your way, when it's really you attracting them in a way as well, you know. So I think this person might be super open to really restart something, but also maybe they're a little superstitious. They don't see that deeply as you do and that clearly, because you do have the a crystal here, clear crystal. There is a sense of figuring out how independent, how dependent are we on each other. This charm is coming out all the time during October. This is my codependence, independence charm, detach, attach charm. It's not a full-on codependency charm, but it's more like a better understanding, clearer understanding of where we do go into maybe a little bit of an obsessive mode, or a little bit of a too attached mode, or where do we feel like some evil energies. And that could very well be the case here with maybe a person that you're dealing with that is spiritually a little more naive than you, maybe. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just not that advanced, I want to say, and they might see those energies as something evil taking over, you know, and that's why the evil eye is here. But there can be work done to really dismantle that and understand that you're part of the dynamic. You're coming from a place of love, that's very wonderful, and clarity, and I think that's the most important part here to know here with the jade stone. That's also my creative stone when it comes to love, beauty. So there is a chance to create beauty in this connection, and this person is really expanding their mind. Maybe they're just starting, maybe you're attracting people, or your person is starting to really jump into or expand on a more spiritual level, and they're at the very beginning of that journey, and it's full on. it's very, you know, these three charms in combination are really for me a very spiritual, mind expanding sort of energy here, with the moon, the third eye, amethyst, and this lucky charm. It's a little bit of a psychedelic energy always for me, this charm. So yeah, I love this, Cancer. This is such a cute reading. I hope that you are helped with this, that you can use this for your situation, that you gained a little more insight or comfort or knowing. And I hope you come back next time when I do the readings for November, and maybe I will go, I'm thinking about going live in October and trying more live readings in English as well. So check that out and click the notification bell, subscribe to this channel to get all the notifications. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.